Hi guys, happy Sunday with Satan. So, alright, I've been up way too early, like 5:45, 6 o'clock, it's crazy. So we have the Suit of Swords to go over today in the True Heart Tarot. So, alright, hopefully people understood my video yesterday and where it was coming from. That was, yeah, now that I look back at it, I'm like, well, that was a little overboard, but that's typical for me, so. Alright, so we have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Beautiful. All about potential. So, alright, high vibe for the Ace of Swords is clarity, decisions, communication, confidence, assertiveness, and breakthroughs. On a low vibe, we have confusion, insecurity, passivity, blocked energy, narrowness, negativity, conflict, and obsessive thoughts. So aces carry the potential or their whole suit, and in this case, of swords. That means that mental agility, ooh, I like that word, agility, and brilliant ideas can strike at any time. This card represents the genesis of creative and analytical thinking. I like it. The kind that will move you closer to your goal if a choice is on the table. So this ace can represent a resounding yes or a definite no. Be confident your intuition will guide and align with you with your higher purpose. Sudden epiphanies may strike. In relationship dynamics, a clever individual who sparks your mental and physical interest may have entered the scene. Nope. For some, this is a moment of the deeper commitment. For others, it is a sign to cut through the bullshit and get real. I love this. Thank you, Rachel. Communicate truthfully and prune away what isn't growing. I love this. In professional life, clear and concise stewardship is needed to get the job done. A willingness to hear what others have to say makes you a natural leader. I've been way too long. If unsure how to advance, refine your presentation, which I like better, skills, and advocate for your ideas, and you are sure to shine. Newly imagined concepts that may just be the ticket to success. If pulled in a low vibe, you might feel like you've hit a wall and find yourself confused, anxiety-ridden, defensive, overly emotional, and or distant. If you feel like you're being gaslit, listen to what your intuition is telling you. This is the moment to clear a path for future successes, and create your ideal life. I love that. I love just to clear away through the bullshit. I love it. That's perfect. Perfect. Alright, now we have the Two of Swords. Alright, so this is very different from the other one. We have night and day. So we have a balance. So what kind of a mental decision that we're going to be making to create that kind of balance from the potential of the ace? Beautiful cards. Now in a high vibe we have, did I hit something? No. Decisions, clarity, stillness, reflection, balance, calm, serenity. Deliberate inaction. Boundaries. Low vibe. We have indecision, confusion, stagnation, turning a blind eye, aloofness. I love that you use that word. An uneasy truce, and stalemate. So, stillness speaks. Take a time out before making any big decisions. Get centered and calm the anxious thoughts racing around your brain. You may need to set new boundaries with others. So this is a time for passive restraint, as forcing issues in an aggressive manner won't give you the desired result. In relationship dynamics, you may feel like emotional disconnection or have attracted an aloof mate. Communication regarding intimacy styles and respect for the needs of others is key. Some may be dipping back into the dating pool after a period of healing and self-reflection. No. Others make the most of their personal time out from love. I do. I love love. I love it. I don't have to put up with anybody. In professional life, a stalemate may be going on. Contemplate all sides before making any final decrees. You may need to make You may need to make decisions that require your full consideration before action. Learn when to voice opinions and when to hold your tongue. I do need to learn how to when to hold my tongue. Some have been too passive and others too aggressive. Find a middle ground. So that balance. If pulled in a low vibe, actively avoiding making decisions only creates more anxiety. Silence can send a powerful message, but willfully turning a blind eye may cause distress, anxiety, or passive-aggressive behavior. You may be feeling disconnected and isolated from the world outside. Into it if current stasis is helping you gain perspective or keeping you stuck in the mud. I like that one. Very much so. Alright, now we have the Three of Swords, and this is just, this is beautiful. Literally beautiful. I've never seen a Three of Swords that gorgeous in my entire life. In any deck. It is beautiful. Listening to the Heart's Eye. Alright, now. What the hell? Oh my god. I hate that. Don't text me, people. I'm changing my number. Alright, so the Three of Swords, on a high vibe, we have release, closure, new love, moving on, renewal, recovery, and healing. And low vibe, we have disappointment, pain, heartbreak, loss, stagnation, and limerence. Recent disappointments regarding work or your personal life may be bringing your vibe down. This is a heavy card, but at least it signals that your period of sadness or mourning is coming to a close, and valuable life lessons and new skills have been learned. The veil of brain fog is lifting, relief and re-engagement with your heart are at hand. Release stagnant energy, thought patterns, and emotional entanglements that do not serve you. It's time to heal and open up your energy to new love life experiences. In relationship dynamics, old hurts are fading and your heart chakra is opening again after heartache. For some, current relationships are in crisis and a frank, level-headed discussion is needed to mend dynamics. If you're currently in a separation or an ending, try to lead with grace and compassion. Things may be ending, but cruelty or malice is low vibe after healing. This might be a lifelong friend. Maybe, probably not. I'm kidding. In professional life, a no can be the universe's way of protecting you. Hard knocks often give priceless insights and hone in skills. Use these lessons to level up rather than act out. So this is a reminder to remain positive despite difficulties. That's really tough. If pulled in a low vibe, you have rejection and heartbreak may have caused a cycle of sadness, depression, anger, and anxiety. So the result is stagnation, low self-esteem, and a feeling of hopelessness. Grieving and releasing is healthy, as long as you don't spin in that energy longer than needed. Address old patterns of behavior that keep you stuck and maybe even comfortable in low vibe partnerships. So, we have the Four of Swords, and this is very different. She seems to be teleporting. Or not teleporting, but levitating. Levitating around the swords, with the birds above her. So, on a high vibe, we have stability, mental timeout, self-care, peace, quiet introspection. Low vibe, we have aloof, distanced, rigid, anxiety, mental distress, and chaos. Sometimes it's best to say nothing and just digest what's going on. A personal timeout and analytical repose allows space for reflection and expose what's working and what must be cut away. Consider what actions will build a solid foundation for the future. Some situations require a truce rather than a push for personal victory. In relationship dynamics, some internal growth can only happen when processed alone. This is a part of self-care. Afterward, you and your partner will return replenished and re-energized. Oh god. A redefining of boundaries may be happening. Some will discover that solitude works for them and choose to end a relationship. Others may hear from a former lover or friend who ghosted or have a current interest disappear. Yeah, totally ghosted. Yeah, I was ghosted, which is ridiculous, but anyway. In professional life, you may need to pause or take many breaks throughout the day to keep your cool. Some are bored with the status quo of working on their own. For others, a hitch in operations may necessitate a regrouping. If you felt left out, power dynamics may be shifting for the better. Keep distractions to a minimum for optimum results. That just sounded like something for, I don't know, Energizer batteries for optimum results. Pulled in a low vibe. You might feel disengaged from life or be partying too much and feel zoned out. Fear of failure or fear of success may have shut you down before you even got the chance to try. Self-protection, when taken too far, stems from insecurity and plays out as aloofness, anger, or acting out in a passive-aggressive manner. So it's time to heal. Don't be afraid to show the world who you become and what you have to offer. Which is another incredible card. Right now we have the Five of Swords. Wow, lots of stuff is going on in the eye of the beholder. So what could this possibly mean for us? We have all those swords in the eye. Beautiful card. Alright, so the 5, we have a high vibe. We have release, peace, ambition, hard-fought victory, forgiveness, truce, and change. On a low vibe, we have struggle, bitterness, pettiness, aggression, cruelty, fighting, and defensiveness. So during times of struggle and strife, what do you do? What do you gain if you keep on swinging? There's a choice at hand. Defend your position or disengage completely. It's possible to defend without attacking and damaging others. Is it really? Discern who and what needs your defense and what should be cut away. So in relationship dynamics, you may have come to a place of peace after a period of discord. If you're not there yet, things will improve if you practice your listening skills and refrain from bulldozing your partner. I'm a bulldozer. Others involved in bitter and repetitive arguments feel a lack of connection. Cut through the nonsense and get back on the same page. For some, it might make more sense to walk away from a union stuck in combat mode. In professional life, you may have pulled off a victory after a difficult battle or are dealing with power struggles and dissent. Finding conflict-free solutions will score points and impress higher-ups. For others, your ambition is showing, and not necessarily in a good way. Stay out of the office gossip and give your colleagues a chance to voice their ideas. Wow. If pulled in a low vibe, a sharp tongue and an impenetrable defense stance may be alienating you from people you care about. Paranoia, isolation, bursts of anger, and a need to be right at every cost carry low vibe energy. Examine negative thought patterns and reactive behavior, and keep your ego in check. If you're always in the center of conflict and chaos, examine your part in those dynamics. So now we have the Six of Swords, which is looks like we're being literally being lifted up into the the universe, away from ourselves, the danger of ourselves. So on a high vibe, release, progress, healing, moving on, letting go, fortitude, and transition. So we are. Low vibe, panic or pain, anxiety, defeat, failure, depression, chaos, refusal to let go. So when you choose to move away from situations that have caused you turmoil and pain, you inevitably end up closer to future joy. You may find yourself in a better headspace, able to see a new path after difficulties, and the focus is on healing and releasing stagnant emotions rather than suppressing them. This enables a stronger connection to intuition, your higher self, and new opportunities. So, in relationship dynamics, animosity may have subsided after a reconciliation. You may appreciate new admirable qualities in your partner and reach a deeper level of understanding and love. For others, a final decision is made to either part ways or stay in a union. So, surviving the lows can create a stronger, more integrated couple capable of reaching higher highs. I like that. Professional life. Things may be back on track after a rough patch. Some may have recently landed jobs after an erroneous search. Others are upping their game after lackluster reviews and redictating energy to their craft. I like that one best. So if pulled in a low vibe, anxiety, depression, anger, and mental confusion can take over when you've been staring into the abyss of past sorrows for too long. If you continue to spin in what was or wasn't, you'll find it impossible to move forward into a new reality. Don't be afraid to ask for help from friends when you need it. This transition period is guiding you to a more fulfilling life. It's time to move to your happy place. That would be nice. That would be very nice. Alright, now we have the Seven of Swords. So we have like a lot of trickery and very intelligent, but trickery. So we have the foxes up there, which represent that's knowledge and cunning and knowledge, and then the reversal of that is trickery. So we got a lot of crazy, not so good stuff going on here with the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, on a high vibe, we have cunning, stealth, analysis, clarity, purpose, shrewdness, and cleverness. On a low vibe, we have selfishness, theft, manipulation, trickery, false friends, secrets, and deception. So whatever the situation at hand, keep plans and pertinent information to yourself while you suss out the motivations of others as well as your own. Don't tip your hand to those who bite it. Advance, stay in integrity, and keep your wits about you. You'll get the desired result quicker. It's kind of like the Fox card in the Lenormand Tarot card. Now, in relationship dynamics, a communication checkup may be in order. Are you or your partner unable to forgive a betrayal or currently being manipulative? Game playing, half-truths, and secrets may come to light and help clear the air or break a few hearts. If you've recently met someone new, get all the details. You may not have the full picture. Now, in professional life, sometimes the prudent thing to do is hold back and formulate a better plan despite the urge to rush in. There may be a delicate situation rife with backstabbing and competitive creating dissension. Stay high vibe and don't resort to malice or trickery despite tempting shortcuts. Analyze how to massage rather than manipulate a win, and keep your eyes open for a fox in the hen house. There we go. There's the fox. If pulled in a low vibe, you may be on the receiving or giving end of a betrayal after a period of gaslighting. For others, sneaky efforts to jump ahead of the pack may have compromised morals. It's time to adjust. Trickery and deceit are on the way up the ladder of career. Relationship or spiritual advancement only get you so far before low vibe truths are revealed. Have faith that your smarts and mental fortitude will see you through to better days. Ouch. Yeah, that's an intense card. That's a very intense card. Very much like the fox. Very much like the fox. So, very different. Eight of Swords. Alright, now looks like we're trying to get away, but we're like completely bound. And if you turn it upside down, it kind of looks like H.P. Lovecraft. Octopus. So we have that one. Is that the 8? No, on a high vibe we have choice, confidence, sure-footedness, determination, acceptance, and movement. Low vibe, indecision, feeling stuck, no options, anxiety, insecurity, passivity. If you may be realizing it's possible to extricate yourself from a thorny situation and clear a path for new growth. Confidence is returning over a period of doubt or feelings of victimization, surrendering to what is and leaving behind what's been lost. Clears away your atrophy. So the power to change your circumstances is within you. In relationship dynamics, emotional breakthroughs help move you into a more loving and connected vibe. Heaviness may be lifting, allowing joy and a sense of play to sneak back in. Others may be attracted or attached to toxic situations that no longer bring pleasure. So quiet your mind, chatter, and spinning anxiety. Take off the blinders and make a choice to put happiness first. So in professional life, dwelling on whatever went wrong is slowing your roll. Or you may have just found the solution to a thorny problem, allowing movement after stasis. So regroup and attack the problem from a different angle. Some may be realizing they're unfulfilled in a dead-end situation and make plans to switch career paths. Wow, that is an intense, heavy card. If pulled in the low vibe, the bonds drawing you to a difficult person, place, or thing are self-imposed. Refusing to take responsibility for your part in where you've ended up is keeping you stuck. Stop blaming others for what your station in life and focus on what is in your power to change. Some prisons are out of our own making. Acknowledge the truth and free yourself. That's very true too. Alright, now we have the Nine of Swords. I really like this one. A lot of mental discord. Very neat card though. Very neat. So we have the Nine of Swords. On a high vibe we have release, peace, clarity, resolution, and decisiveness, spirit, connection. On a low vibe we have anxiety, depression, loss of hope, lack of faith, dark night of the soul. Oh god, those are terrible. So this is colloquially known as the anxiety card. The good thing is the worst of what's happening currently is the spinning anxiety plaguing your mind. This doesn't mean your problems aren't real, but rather that your current coping methods are no longer working. Much of what's plaguing you is fear-based thinking. In relationship dynamics, this can signify insecurity in a dating situation. Is this an old anxiety pattern, or do current circumstances validate your fear? Others may finally feel safe to drop the mask and reveal intimate details. When you let others in on who you really are and what you truly desire, you'll attract someone who can appreciate your many juxtapositions. Now, in professional life, the going may be tricky. Remaining centered is the goal. Logic and analytical thought will help you rise above the fray. Fear or failure or success can wreak havoc on your self-esteem. Reach out to mentors and colleagues for help through any rough patches. Really like these cards. I really like the swords right now, and I don't know why. Now, if pulled in a low vibe, if you're in a spin out, it may be indicative of inactive or constant replay of past foibles. When fear, self-loathing, and depression become debilitating, decipher what's real and what's coming from your inner low vibe. Old trauma can feel overpowering and cause a shutdown. If incessant negative thought patterns are dragging you down, reach out for help. Talk therapy is a great way to process feelings. You have the power to shift your reality with your thoughts. Take it and turn to greener pastures. I like that one. They will be very green. So we have the Ten of Swords. So basically everything here is just, it's going away. So all the pains of the swords, it's all lifting. Very different card. Very beautiful. It looks like she's buried a little bit, or no, she's stuck in the grass. Alright, Ten of Swords and a high vibe. We have completion, closure, endings, release, conclusion, and new beginnings. Low vibe, loss, ending, separation, divorce, breakups, rejection, and disappointment. So even in high vibe, this one of the tarot's heavy cards, real world loss was experienced, yet for most, the worst has already happened. Acceptance of what is rather than what's been lost brings forward movement. A dark night of the soul can herald professional, personal, and spiritual rebirth. Some experiences are finite, letting go gracefully, making way for the fertile new opportunities. And I can't talk. In relationship dynamics, a past connection, thought long gone, may appear, oh god, I hope not, with an offer of renewed interest, while for others a difficult patch has ended. The natural lifespan of people in our orbit can finite at best. Celebrate and appreciate what you have while you have it. So in its lower vibe, this card can mean a stale relationship has been over for a while, and holding on is causing emotional pain. You can attract a significant other who matches your vibe once the specter of the past is no longer hurting you. In professional life, a contract or job may be closed out. Stay alert for new opportunities. For those experiencing difficulties, remember you're building a more secure foundation for the future, and it's imperative not to obsess over what could have been. Keep your eyes on the prize and your energy moving forward. So it's very good. That's very true of these cards. All the swords. If pulled in a low vibe, a loss of spiritual faith, a financial dilemma, or the dissolution of a relationship can cause deep soul hurt. Refusing to accept reality feeds depression and anxiety. Endings are never easy, but they are a natural part of our lives. If you're alone, isolated, and feeling abandoned or hopeless, it's time to check in with your circle, a therapist or a trusted mentor. Cut out what's no longer working and make space for new experiences and for mutual love. So, a lot of those cards are very synchronistic with what is going on with yesterday's video. So we will move on to the other cards, the Prince, Princess, Prince, King, and Queen tomorrow. But yeah, I love these cards. I love these cards. So, what do you guys think? Not bad. Not bad. I love it. I was, reading or listening again last night to a bunch of Jungian psychology. Pretty fascinating when you integrate an archetype within yourself and it becomes you and you become possessed by that archetype. That was some interesting stuff, so, but I won't go into that today, so. But alright guys, I hope you guys have a great Sunday with Satan, and sorry it's so short, I'm so tired, so I love you guys with all my heart, all the way from Venus, always, all the way back down, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I love you guys. Please be safe, all of you, and I will, see you guys tomorrow.